Victory, the inner spiritual work, is bitachon, trust. Hod, splendor, acknowledgement, giving thanks. The inner avoda is timimut, simplicity, sincerity. Yesod, foundation. The inner spiritual work is emes, truth. And we'll see how that goes. And Malchut, kingship, or is shiflu, lowliness. And all of this, Rav Ginsburg in his teachings, he puts it in the general category, this work as being tikkun ani, the rectification of I, of myself, who am I. And these are, so if you really want to connect with, atzmut, and you want to be around people who are connecting, it's all shows in how it mishpias on the midot. Okay, we're talking about ideals. We all lose it sometimes. We get angry. We're human, but these are what we can aspire to. This inner work. So, why is it important? Okay, so again, Rabbi Ginsburg in his book Body, Mind, and Soul makes a connection with each of the biological systems. So let's go to Keter now. Crown, the superconscious level of the soul, beyond the intellect, is connected with the respiratory system. Okay, so if we want to do our own healing, like let alone if we're involved in as healers, is something we can. There's a lot of creative things we can do with these ideas, in our own therapies, whatever we're doing. So we make a connection when if we want to strengthen our respiratory system, we have to look at our beliefs. What do we believe? Where are you at? A person is, there's a saying, a person is what they believe. It's a good time to review that. What do you really believe? Okay, and Tanu, what is the essence of your pleasure of being alive? What's that about? The pleasure of having a relationship with a creator. And Ratzon, what's your deepest will? Of the will of your soul. Are you in touch with it? Okay, all of these things are things to look at when we want to strengthen our respiratory system. Shifa, which is the breath that is also another is connected with the root of the word aspiration. What are our aspirations? How's that affecting my respiratory system? Okay, this is really there's a lot of room to fill in the blanks here. Okay, this is a skeleton chart that I feel is very significant. Okay, let's just, I don't know if we'll go specifically through all of them, but let's just move on to Chachma, wisdom. Again, the bone marrow. This is really the essence of the etzem, atzmut, etzem. It's this ability to nullify ourselves, to change shift our identity from ani to ein mazel Yisrael. We are above mazel. To connect to that place of bitul, we can, work on our bitul, self-nullification. Only then can we receive the light from Keter and enhance our wisdom, so that it becomes wisdom that we can bring down and live by, integrate into all our midot. These are our characteristics. We each have all these characteristics. And the ability to self-nullify, to become more of a collective consciousness, the atzmut, will be able to strengthen and heal our bone marrow. It's awesome when you think of it. That this, these teachings are, are a gift, and they're not left up in the air. But to bring it, this is the Torah of now. What's redemption? What's Mashiach consciousness? It's healing. We're all going to be healed. And Rabbi Hamil of Porish brings a system in where each level of the soul is appropriate for a different type of medical approach. Like the nefesh, which is the goof, the real animal system, our physical system. Allopathic medicine is for that level.
What type of medicine?
Allopathic. Conventional medicine. Again, depending on what the person needs, but it's much more complicated than that. But the point I want to make is that the yechida level of the soul really comes from this place of atzmut, where the healing, the deepest example of healing is techiyat hametim. It's an amazing thought. Wow. The resurrection of the dead is the ultimate healing. Like, you're totally renewed. And so, what are we experiencing today? We all have heard stories. A person's about to have an operation, and then the doctor sees that thing's gone. This is miraculous healing, but it's available if we want to open up to that level where we can receive the light of Atzmut, and combined with Amunah, total faith that Hashem is creating the world anew every moment, and Rosh Hashanah is reinforcing that. It's a hope. There's never been a year like this before. There's never been a moment like this before. I don't remember the name of the tzaddik, but I once remember hearing a story of one of the great tzaddikim, probably in the spot, I don't remember who would say a blessing on every bite he took, because he saw that it was being recreated every moment. So he was like blessing every piece of food. Can you imagine being on that level of just, we all have particular food. But, okay, so then when we go to Bina, Chachma and Bina is the masculine and feminine principle. And all of these higher worlds we were talking about, this constant yichudim going on. And what we're here to do is making these unifications between the masculine and feminine principle. So here we see really very clearly the Chachma and Bina, it's bone marrow and blood. The bone marrow is producing the blood which is being expanded by the feminine principle, turning into the life-giving ambrosia in our bodies. Okay.
Which is the masculine?
Chachma is the masculine, and Bina is the feminine, and the biological system is blood, and the inner work with Bina is simcha. If you want to have healthy blood, work on your simcha. It's just the way it is. That's true. And it's easier said than done sometimes, but if we want to be healthy people, we really can't, we have to, our thoughts, speech, and action are garments that we can choose to put on and off. We're not victims of our thoughts, speech, and action. The more we identify with Atzmut, the more we are able to make those choices. We're not identifying, again, with the drama, the story. My third book, God willing, The Princess of Dawn, is an actual novel of women, God willing, going into the Geula consciousness in actual life situations, trying to get out of being just that story and coming to their Geula self. We can do it. We can do it together, God willing. We all, it's the time is now, Listen, we have these teachings at our fingertips. What else is there? All, Rabbi Ginsburg, says really emphatically, and you can cure yourself of anything just by learning Hasidut.
Just by what?
Learning Hasidut. You can cure yourself of anything. And it's really true. It's really true. Okay, Das, knowledge, is connected with the nervous system. Yichud, the inner work is joining opposites together. So if we want to have a good nervous system, we have to be able to embrace the contradictions and paradoxes of life. Otherwise, it gets on your nerves, literally, right? So again, these are, we're just tasting the possibility of how we can expand on these ideas further. Okay, Chesed, skeletal system, and the inner work is Ava, love. The basis, our framework has to be love. It's why are we framed in this world? Why were we framed down here? Why were we brought into this paradigm of this reality? Love. That should be the essence of your being. The circular, on the other hand, though, we're balanced. So the circulatory system is connected to the Gabora. Our ability to make the right boundaries is going to help the blood pulsate, the enlivening blood to pulsate through our bodies and keep us alive. And the inner work is yira, awe. We have to have awe of heaven. We can't just love Hashem, you're great, I love you, let me do anything. No. We have to be in awe and make the right boundaries in our lives. And that'll keep our circulation going. It's also good to put cayenne pepper in your socks in the winter. That helps your circulation too. That's yeah. I always get cold feet. Okay, so Tiferet is the sphera of harmony, beauty, balance. And it's the muscular system, makes sense. And the innermost work is rachamim. If we want to have a healthy muscular system, we have to have mercy on ourselves and mercy on each other. And especially this is the time to do it. It's the time of forgiveness, to ask Hashem for forgiveness, to ask each other for forgiveness, and to forgive ourselves. Because we, are human. And that's who we are, and that's the humility, the bitul that we have to have in embracing all these teachings that, we want to aspire to the ideal soul, to be that, but we have to embrace the paradox of our soul being in this body, which is the paradox of our whole life. Okay, Netzach, victory, the endocrine system, bitachon. There's a lot to say about that. Again, this is brief. Trust, having trust, and assertion. Netzach is assertion. Asserting your soul statement, your statement in life in the right way, enlivens your whole endocrine system, which enlivens and keeps all your cells renewed in your body. So we have to know what we're asserting, that we're asserting the deepest statement of our soul, and expressing that with trust, because it takes a lot of trust to really express who you really are in this world. No, this is the endocrine system. We're getting to the immune system. Okay, Hod is splendor. It's hard to just give an exact, small translations in English. It's many things. It's the ability to acknowledge and give thanks for the gift of life. It's something we should be doing every day. I've heard that will bring the Geula. We wake up every morning just thanking Hashem for everything we do have. And before we could ever ask for anything more, you have to be grateful for what you do have, right? So this is what's really good for the immune system. A person who is able to really develop that gratitude relationship helps the immune system. And the inner work of Hod is Tamimut. It's sincerity. It's going through life. Hod is connected with the left leg. It's just going through life, without trying to divine what's going to happen or get into bilbulim or confusions of it to try to interpret reality. Just go with it. Just go in simplicity. And that is very good for your immune system. I have a little friend who was about 12 years old. She asked me, when I thought the Mashiach was coming, and I said, our mitzvah is not to predict the Mashiach. Our mitzvah is to believe in the Mashiach. And that's our mitzvah. So to get into all these things in these auspicious times, Hashem just wants us to believe it, that any day it can happen. Not, in this particular date. Any day. Every moment's new. That's Tamimut. Not going into the bilbul of the Rosh. Okay, Yesod is foundations, reproductive system. It's connected. It's the basis of all relationships. This sphere. It's a connecting of relationship, and the inner work. This is emes, to be truthful. Be truthful in your relationship.